Welcome back to All Things Gumball. Today, I have before me, standing here, a machine I never talk about. This was one of the first few machines that I ever bought. This is one of the machines that I bought a long time ago, and I vowed never to buy these machines ever again. This is a Route Master, and look at it. Now, I want to be polite, and I want to say that if you have these machines and you love these machines, then you better turn this video off right now. Okay? I don't like these machines. I hate these machines. I hate these vending machines. They are the worst. Okay? If you haven't already turned off this video, go ahead and turn it off if you don't want to hear what I think about these machines. They're horrible. These are the worst bulk candy vending machines I've ever seen. They're terrible. Okay? Now they look okay from the outside. They look decent. But there's a lot of things that I really don't like about them. They're very hard to work with when you are out on location, when you're out servicing the machines. They're just the most horrible machine. Now, what am I doing with this machine here? Now, it's not normally this tall. It's on a pedestal. The only reason I do that is because that way you see my face and I can talk about the machine. Because normally the machine's way down here, and, you know, the camera angle is going to be out of whack. Okay, so it's a three-headed machine. The coin mechanisms are metal, so I mean, I'll give you that. Okay, that's a plus. The coin mechanisms are metal, and they don't usually give you a problem. Okay. The door flaps are made out of metal. The lid is metal. The whole base is metal. Everything's metal. You got a tray in here. The post is metal, and the base is metal. Now, let's start at the bottom. Why do I not like these machines? Let's start at the bottom. I filmed this a little while ago, but look on the bottom. The base is pretty flat. There's a little bit of it raises up a little bit in the center, but it sits very, very flat on the floor. And if someone is mopping the floor and they don't do a thorough job drying or letting the floor dry, they will leave your machine on a wet floor. And what happens to metal on water? Well, it rusts. Eventually, you'll get a big rust spot on the bottom of your vending machine, on the base of your vending machine. And what happens is the rust will stain the floor of the business that you are leaving your vending machine in. Okay, I was looking to see if the battery's dying. Okay, that's number one. Okay, let's flip this thing around real quick if I can. It's not that easy because of the base. Because the base is kind of small that it's sitting on. The pedestal is kind of small. Now, this machine doesn't have any locks. I took the locks off. The metal door, as you can see, or the metal top, the top is very, very large compared to the machine itself, which is weird. And I've seen people, now let me take the lid off for you guys. You can just take the lid off like that. I've seen people put a gasket, like a little plastic foam on the edges, and that kind of gives it more of it's not going to be an airtight seal, but less likely for bugs to get inside of it. Now, I don't know if that is a positive for someone or a negative, but I don't like the fact that the lid is so big. Why couldn't they make a lid to be a little smaller to fit the machine a little more snug? Okay, that's not a big problem, but let's continue. Now, like I said, I took the lock off. I am selling this machine, and I took the lock off the back door. But if you see the back door here, it's got a very thin piece of metal. It does have a side here, right here. I don't know if you can see this little side piece here. But to a person that's looking at this, a stranger looking at this machine who's got theft in mind, he might think, well, that looks pretty easy. That metal looks really thin. Let me just pry it open and get inside there. And a lot of times that's what you'll see when you come and service your machine. This piece of the metal right here on the edge will have been pried open, but you know, they still have a hard time getting in because of the side walls here. And I've seen people actually add more metal here and kind of strengthen that. If you want to unload the candy, you can, which I like this part because the candy will flop out here, or pour out here. While the door is open, you can pop this open here, and you can scoop the candy out, which is good. I like that. In order to change the amount of candy you give per quarter, you have to go in through here. There's no canisters to remove, to dump out. So you have to go in here. There is a difficulty with the coin mechanisms. Now here okay, let me stand on this side over here. There's 3 coin mechanisms, and of course each coin mechanism has 2 connections to hold it in place. There's one here, and there's one over on this side. But as you can see, the one that's way over here on this side, that's almost impossible to get to. So if you have a coin that's jammed, or you want to remove the coin mechanism that's on this side, it's very hard to get in there and loosen this little nut on this side. It's easy to reach this one, and then of course this one way over here that's on this side, that's a little difficult, but not as difficult as this one over here. Okay, so these are the reasons I really try to stay away from this machine. If you look at a canister like this Vending canister, and I always talk about how much I like the Vending, it was very well designed. This is a canister for a Vending, and the thing is, if you want to clean it, you can pop this in a dishwasher. You can pop this in your kitchen sink and scrub it with soap, hot soapy water. So you do have that chance, you do have that opportunity to clean this. You don't have that opportunity with this machine here. I call these the ugly machines. I hate these machines. If it was the only machine that I could buy, and it was the only machine made for vending, I would use these. I can't even recommend them if they're $15, $20, $25. I shy away from these if you can. If you have these, like I said, forgive me for bad-mouthing your business, model, machine, whatever. Forgive me for bad-mouthing something, but I want to be honest and say these are not the best machines. They're really quite horrible, okay? There's a lot better other machines out there on the market. All right, so as I said, I leave my number on my YouTube channel, 214-708-9287. Text me. I'll get back in touch with you guys. If you call me, I may not answer. I get a lot of junk emails. I got a bunch of texts by a person named Dylan Fisher Nesbitt. He says he's 24. He's the owner of Fisher Nesbitt Vending. He's located in Greenwich, New York, or is it Greenwich? I don't know. His website is FisherNesbittVending.com. FisherNesbittVending.com. And here's some of his photos. He sent me some photos of his work, and I just want to give him a shout out. And he said he's got about 45 machines that are working, and he says he's going to get about 30 more soon out working. So he's building a business. He's young, so I just wanted to give him some applause, you know, and thank him for sending me some photographs. This guy looks like he is very what's the word I'm looking for? He knows. He gets into the details, you know, when it comes to cleaning and polishing and getting the machines built. It looks like he's well into details. So, and I told him, I said, don't get hung up on the details, you know. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys with your vending business. If you see these for sale, I don't recommend them. If you have them working for you, you know, do the best you can with them. They're hard to clean. They're really hard to clean. They're hard to service on location. So I shy away from these. I don't want to ever buy any of these. And again, I apologize if it's something that you guys use a lot of. This company could have done a better job making this machine better. So I hope that helps you with your vending business. Text me or call me if you want any information that I'm not living on the videos. Call me or text me if you want, and I'll try to get back to you guys. Love the responses, love the feedback, and I will catch you guys on another. I'll catch you guys on an. I can't even speak today. I will catch you guys on another video, or you'll catch me on another video. Have a good evening, have a good morning, or have a good afternoon.